Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for Spy Family Episode 6, the Mission 6, the Friendship Scheme. And, still gotta say, I love this anime. It's a really awesome, fantastic anime, easily 10 out of 10. And I can see why people are so hyped for the show and loving it. I totally agree. I love this show. And, well, I said, Anya, once again, so adorable once again, but... So that when she pull that smug face, which I'll get to though, that just really got me. But anyway, so now that they're it follows up the Forager family, right? Now that Anya is now in the school, she's going to get her uniform now at the tailor shop where Yor goes to, and the old lady who does the stuff, the tailoring. Or the measurements, explain that how some kids whether they're rich or whatever, they get kidnapped or at this school. So, kind of makes Anya put a little on edge as to how she's afraid of being kidnapped, right? And then later when the next day when Lloyd steps out, do his business, he goes back to his spy. Where he goes it's a photo booth, but it's an elevator that goes down to the spy business, the west part, and again, I think it was the woman from the last episode who handled the guy in charge, the receipts. Her code name is the Handler. I think her name is Stella, but her code name is the Handler, and Lloyd just he gives more receipts, more of the bills to her, which is we think this agency is made out of money, costs us a fortune here. So, that is quite funny. He also personally hands in the bills too, because, hey, but it's all for the sake of the mission, right? So now that Anya's in the school now, they have to focus on the next part of the mission, right? But still, that it's funny, he has a hit more of the bills, and his anxiety is just going up through the roof of all this, So, and so while and Yor and Anya are out, Anya they're at this park and they're meeting with these other parents, at least with these little kids, what do they want for dinner, right? One asking for a hamburger steak, and so Yor decided she wants to shop, she wants to cook for the dinner, right? And there are these punks, they see her, say, a rich woman doesn't let it go shopping by herself, she must be a hired help, right? So when Anya steps outside the store, they get her, and then Yor shows off more of her badassness, whacks that guy with her bag of ingredients, and all the vegetables, they all spill out and they're all ruined, right? And then one punk goes and grabs a pumpkin and, think, she's a hired help, right? But then Yor goes and just like this, right through the pumpkin with ease. And they're like, oh, and then she has that killer look on her face, right? Because she's an assassin. She has that killer look on her face. It's like, I'm this girl's mom. And, basically, it's good for you, get out of here. And they'll all just get out of there right now. So... And after all that, she apologizes to Anya because she wants to be the best mom she can, even despite it's a pretend family. She's being the fake mother though, but she still wants to be a mother to Anya, which Anya loves, and she wants to be with her too. Which that's still a wholesome moment too. And she apologizes because she ruined all the ingredients and stuff. They're all over the floor. Anya's saying it's okay and all that stuff. So, and she wants Yor to teach her how to self-defense. She wants to train her to defend herself. So when Lloyd gets back home, you see Yor's teaching her how to do and Lloyd, he's just looking, he's like, oh my god, my anxiety is going to go through the roof again. So, he wants to train her to protect herself. And so, now that they're at the school now, all the parents are there, at the assembly, that they're all going to be, the kids are going to be put in groups. And so in Anya's group, you have the whole thing for this mission, right, is this guy that the Lloyd's target for this whole time his mission the whole time was this guy named Desmond, right? And so the guy's son, the kid, is going to be in Anya's group. And then there's all these, and we introduce all these other children characters as well, like the target that they're after. The son, his name is Damien, and Anya meets this other girl by the name of Becky. She's also another rich girl, and and when you with the guy also the group of kids that Anya's in. They're going to be supervised by the headmaster, the great-grandpa, Henderson. Yeah, so the great-grandpa, Henderson, he's going to be overseeing this group of kids. Which I thought was nice, because I usually thought he'd be fired after what he did, when he punched that asshole who was disowning Anya. But he's still there, good, because I like him. So then, of course, when the bullying starts, the kid Damien starts harassing, excuse me. Of course, that's what, of course, starts harassing with Anya, saying that, her dad's a feelings doctor, like, oh, she's not rich, she's just a nobody, he's a nobody, right? And, like, gives her a little shove, and Anya, like, because she's remembering what Yor said, that, if it's not that big, just put a smile on your face, control your emotions and all that stuff. And Anya, she puts out gives that smug. I think that's gonna be a thumbnail for this. That smug look that she gives. I think that's gonna be a thumbnail for this video. That like that. that face just got me right there. I'm like, oh my god, that face, that just got me. And just Anya, even with that smug look, took her cuteness up to the next 10th degree. And the kid's like, why don't you do that? You make that in front of me? How dare you? And even that kid, that girl that she also kind of befriends, but she's like on her high horse in her own way though, but she's not like that kid Damien though. And she's like, oh wow, you're so cute, you're so good at this. And so, and those are walking, because also what they do more intel with Lloyd, because there's in order to be like this top student, get to be like this, the top student be like a imperial scholar, you have to earn like 8 stars. Like 8 of these stars, you'll be the top student of the school. If you earn 8 of these, basically these discipline merits, you would be either like, which ultimately will lead to expulsion, punishments and stuff like that, right? It's like each of these 8 merits are like shit like thunderbolts, which we're supposed to be disciplined. If you earn 8 of them, you'll end up in expulsion. So that's every time you get in trouble, right? So as they're walking, one of them throws a piece of paper at Anya, and then when she's still trying to put that smug look on her face too, I'm like, that just gets me every time now. And then which one of the kid says one thing to another, saying is talking trash, right? And then one that leads to another, that when Anya sees the headmaster Henderson, when he's not looking right, Anya just goes and punches that kid Damien right in the face. and then Henderson is like, what's going on here? And then and the kid's like, oh, she punched me, and it's like, no, his face end up in my fist. Where's your proof? Where's your proof of the punch? It's like how you said earlier, oh, where's the proof that I threw that piece of paper at you? Where's that proof? Which is the same thing. Where's the proof of me punching you? And then I like how that the girl Becky saying that, how Anya said that the girl Becky, that the kid Damien stepped on her foot, on Becky's foot, and so I had to basically defend. He basically helped defend her. So Becky's like, oh, why she's doing this, And of course, the guy, the headmaster Henderson, saying expecting much elegance from Anya though. Even despite all of that elegance though that she does though, she still had to report to the what happened to the to the kid and the parents as well. So, and now, and Lloyd, his reaction is like, oh, like he had all these plans, like Plan A and Plan B planned out right. They just came all crumbling down, and for that incident. And now when it comes to that class photo, they're right here, right in this if you're watching the screen, they're right here, this very corner here, and they're like all embarrassed looks on their faces. Like Lloyd has a like he's dead inside look on his face. Anya has like the and yours has like hiding her face in shame when the picture is taken. I'm like, this show is absolutely great. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Like I said, this show is 10 out of 10 easily. It's probably, I think, one of the best animes I've watched in quite some time. Like Great Giant Will Not Be Defeated, or My Dress Up Darling, right? I mean, this show is just, like I said, I can see why people were so excited for this anime, and I can fully understand why, because this show is awesome at its best, and I want to see more. I want to keep on seeing more. That's why it'll stop at 12 episodes for now during the summer, which is why it'll come back later during the fall, which I'm looking forward to, though. So, yeah, this show is, like I said, it's 10 out of 10. I love this show. I just like how our character of the Forager family are so awesome. Like I said, Lloyd, he's just falling apart inside his head because all the anxieties of what's going on, right? And even though she almost wanted to kill those guys from earlier, but she held back though. But she wanted to teach Anya how to defend herself, which when Anya does punch the kid, even though the headmaster's like, her trying to defend Becky here, even despite it was elegance though, but the guy still had to report it sadly though. I mean, I like that character of Headmaster Henderson. I still like that guy. I want to see more of him too. And these kids, like that Damien Desmond and Becky, and really even those other two kids are like Damien's goons. They're acting like Damien's goons, right? I want to see more. We're definitely going to see more of them. So I like in these children characters as well. So yeah, I like how you're introducing more of these, especially the kids now that Anya's going to have to deal with, especially with that kid Damien. So. Which, because like I said, he's the son of the target that Lloyd is supposed to do for that's the whole thing of this mission was supposed to, right? So, forward to the next episode. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, Spy Family is awesome. This episode was great, especially when Anya doing that smug look, pull that smug look on her face. I mean, that just got me there when she pulled that look. When she pulled that look, that just got me right there. But yeah, Spy Family, especially this episode, the friendship scheme, was awesome. I'm looking forward to the next one. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode review, which that'll be Shiki Amori. And we'll see you all later.